Hello, everyone, and welcome back to. One more sec. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Kaihanata Plays, and welcome back to Wuthering Waves. So, last time, we got to spend some time with Senwa. No, that was the time before. No. Last time was, we got the second wish. And it was an old lady who lost her son, to the war. And she was feeling very, very lonely. You know, she was feeling very lonely about it. And, she put in a rather depressing wish, but once again, Chun Li Yao, he kind of put the wish more into perspective. The way that he figured it was that, the wish that she gave wasn't really what she wanted. She was looking for, I guess, like, solace in a way. And, so we took her to the moon chasing a festival, or rather, we took her around where it's going to take place, showed her some of the stalls, and, she, ended up having a lot of fun, It was a very bittersweet moment, because her son had always loved the festival, and so, being there was something that it was nice to do, but at the same time, obviously that sadness did come through a little bit. But then during one of the stalls that we took her to, she was confronted by another soldier, and that soldier was under her son's command. And, she thanked the old lady, she said that her son had a monumental impact on her, and, the fact that she was the mother of this man, she had a very high respect, for the woman. And it was beautiful, because then, some more of his subordinates came, and they all came together, and they all spent some time with the old lady, and, it was just a really beautiful moment where, she found her wish. And again, it wasn't what she had said. It was what was behind the words, how they say, reading in between the lines. That was what her wish was. Like I said, it wasn't, should she go away? It was, she just needed a way to remember her son in a way that, didn't cause so much pain. And I mean, yeah, she still misses him. But I think having that time with those soldiers, really put things into perspective for her. And yeah, it's very beautiful. And I cannot wait to see what the moon chasing festival preparation has for us. I might Keyword might. I haven't decided yet. Which is ironic. I probably would have decided before I started streaming, but I haven't decided whether I'm going to take a break from the preparation because I think we have a little under 2 weeks to do, the companion quest with, Jeja. So I think actually I'm going to at least start that. I don't think that it'll take anything away from the festival. I think they're two totally separate events. We saw Jeja, we helped her a little bit during the festival, and I'm about to get shot with a missile. Dive, Rover. Okay. Well, that was, let me just glide over here for a sec. Wow. That's not what I was expecting to bloat into. Okay, we're inside the city. We should be safe now. Wow. Anyways. Oh. Yeah, okay, full disclosure. You can see it on the side of the screen. I did a convene off screen. I apologize. Okay. But understand, this is what my thought process was, okay? So, September 1st, Shen Liao, he's supposed to be free. We can get him for free. He is a 5-star resonator. Jeje is a 5-star resonator. My thought process was, if they're...
It's almost time for the dispute hearing. I still hope you'll come with me. I don't mean to burden you, but if you'd like to come, please meet me at the Public Security Bureau entrance.
I'm not sure what that's even about, Jeje. Is that about your companion quest? What hearing? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, what was I say? Oh, yeah. So my thought process was, okay, they're giving away one 5-star resonator for free, on September 1st. That's like, what, a week away? A week and a half? 2 weeks? Something like that. So, my thought was, if they're going to do that, they're going to make, drawing Jeje hard. Like, they're going to lower your chances. Because why would they make it easy for you to get 2 5-star resonators in one go during one event? So, I did the convene, and I was getting a bunch of weapons that I already had, so I wasn't really worried about it. And then a character did pop up, but it was not Jeje. It was...
Sometimes I get
Dungeon.
carried away in battles.
Now, I already had Dungeon, so all I was going to be able to do with her was activate one of her abilities here. I'm like, okay, they already gave me a character. They're not going to give me another one. A weapon popped up. And I'm like, yeah, this is it. Like, I think this is the 10th draw anyway. I'm done, right?
I will be there for everyone.
Very next thing that happened after the weapon, the screen turned yellow. And wouldn't you know it, I got Jeje. This was not part of the plan. But you know what? It's fine. She's here now. You know, I love her eyes, by the way. Yeah, it's fine. He's here now. I have Jeje. She's very Very cute. Very, very shy. She has the pink in her hair. I love the pink in her hair. But she's going away. Because I'm going to be doing her companion quest, I feel it would be a lot more natural to not do that. Wait. Is the daily quest also going to have something to do with Zhezhe? Okay. It's fine. It's fine. But no, Zhezhe is going away, at least for the time being. I just find it more natural to, have resonators that I already know, or I've already seen, and,
Here's to a safe journey ahead.
that I've already met, rather than having Zhezhe, even though we did meet her once, sort of, in the first part of the main quest. I just think it's a lot more natural to wait to put her in my team. Yes, when I drew her, I was excited, so I did some just like regular stuff with her. I leveled her up a little bit. I need to fight Lumpleman or something like that once in order to
I will be there for everyone.
in order to ascend her.
Shared future, leaving the past behind.
Also, as you may have noticed,
As we head toward our shared future,
Rover
leaving the past behind.
is now level 70. I got the mission to be able to ascend him again, or ascend all of my characters again, rather. And I did it.
Hopefully, we'll make
I haven't done these characters yet. I haven't done Lin Yang or Verena. I'll probably do those off screen because they're just fights and they're not that fun to see. But anyway, I think I streamed fighting Lumpleman once, so I figured you're probably not missing out on much. Alright. So, I'm gonna do that later. Right now, the mission that we're going to do is True Colors. We're gonna do True Colors. We're gonna meet Zhezhe. Okay. On the way to the Pioneer Association for new tasks, you received a sudden call from Zhezhe, saying that she was summoned to appear at a dispute hearing. What is the purpose of this hearing, and what's the story behind it? Caught up in a struggle of consciousness, will this artist being tried find the courage to reconnect with her emotions and talents and continue to breathe new life into her paintings? We're gonna find out. I hope she does. Go. Whee! I just like doing that. Whee! Alright, looks like she's gonna be on the upper level. Is this the elevator? That answers my question. Please, thank you. Here we go. Top level. So we're going to the the station, I guess. So here's Jeje.
I didn't expect such a big crowd at the hearing.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Should I take the stand myself? What do you think, little kitty? Maybe we can do a little show of, paws. Raise your left paw if you think I should testify, or your right paw if... Wait! You raised your left paw before I even finished my sentence. No, that doesn't count. Let's try again. Okay, if you raise your right paw, I'll let someone else handle it. Right paw, huh? Well, I did actually want to tell everyone the truth myself. Let's give this another shot.
Miss Jeje, the hearing is about to start. If you would please join us.
Now? Yes, Madame Juya. I'll be there in a minute.
She's absolutely petrified. Hey, Jeje, I've made it.
Rover. Oh, you're here. It's really nice to see you. And I appreciate you coming. I just handed over all the evidence we gathered from Mingyang's studio and the exiles camp to the patrollers. Now the Shangyun Art Exchange can't deny the fact they were producing and trading art forgeries. But there is one more thing. The patroller said we still need someone to testify in the hearing.
Okay. This wasn't part of the moon chasing festival, right? Because I don't remember looking for art in the... Dang it. It's fine. You can do this, I believe in you.
But I've never spoken in front of so many people before.
Oh.
You do the talking, and I'll add details, if I have to.
I mean, you do know this case better than I do. Literally.
Don't worry. I've got your back. Just remember, you're the only one who can lay out the truth, the whole truth, for everyone to see.
You're right. I was the one who chose to uncover the truth behind this case. I can't back down now, not when it matters most. I'll give it my all, I promise. Let's go.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch other people and see if this is the way it's supposed to be, or if I missed something, or if it's just a little bit sort of not broken, but like kind of in the middle. If it is in the middle, that's something that's different for Wuthering Waves, so it's a little strange. Also, I can go in here now. Can I always go in here? I don't know. I feel like I'm missing details.
Parties present, this hearing is now in session. Let us begin. First, a brief overview of the case before us. Miss Jeje alleges that the guilty party, Mingyan, implicated in the tacit discord assault, was coerced into committing art fraud under duress. Therefore, her mental state was adversely affected, which led to her committing actions contrary to her will. Today, based on new evidence provided by Miss Jeje and the result of this hearing, we will determine whether to revisit Mingyan's charges and consider if the Shangyun Art Exchange is indeed guilty of selling illegal art forgeries.
What? With all due respect, this doesn't match what we discussed before.
Mr. Baitze, I remind you that any evidence or arguments presented before and during the hearing are valid. If you would like to add further information, you're welcome to do so at any point. Now, without further ado, either party may begin their opening statement.
Madame Juya, the situation is...
Madame Juyao, as the head of the Shanyuan Art Exchange, I, Baitse, must clear our name and seek justice here today. There are 2 points I'd like to address. Firstly, the authenticity of our artworks remains unimpeachable. Secondly, Mingyan's provocative creations stem solely from her own greed and vanity. She alone should bear responsibility for the assault. Throughout my tenure at the Art Exchange, our foremost principle has been that of integrity, a well-known fact. And yet, integrity in business is not enough to stave off discord. We are aware of certain painters rejected by the Art Exchange, nursing grudges and resorting to threats. They bombarded us with spite and slander, causing a public uproar simply because they didn't get what they wanted. Should the public...
Oh, I don't like this dude.
...by these slanderous insinuations that paint us as wicked fraudsters, then I'm afraid justice will never be served.
Please control yourself, Mr. Baitse.
Forgive me, madam. But if this injustice persists, I will have no choice but to sue them for harming the Shanyuan Art Exchange's reputation. They have damaged the trust we built with our clients. I demand they compensate us for our losses and issue a public apology. Such disgraceful behavior will not diminish us. Our principles will not waver, and we will protect the Shanyuan Art Exchange from any ill intent.
Wow, I do not like this dude. Hold on, I'm checking my audio levels real quick. Because honestly, like, I can tell that he's deflecting. Like, he is completely deflecting, trying to put the blame on somebody else. And, I don't like this dude. Rover, we need to take this dude down. Yeah, he's actually blaming the victim. Oh, hold on.
I've bought
There we go.
paintings from Shanyuan Art Exchange before. They were good quality, and their service was decent. Hard to believe they'd be involved in something like this.
The honest always gets the short end of the stick. But who's Mingyan? A painter? Never heard of him.
Must be some nobody trying to get attention using the Shanyuan's name.
Why is the Art Exchange always in the middle of some controversy?
Order! Order! You may continue your statement.
Come on, JJ.
Madam, allow us to present our account of the events.
There you go, Rover. Get him.
This all really began 3 days ago. I was entrusted to investigate a certain arcane artist in the Tiger's Maw.
You were? What did I miss? Oh. Okay. I understand now. I get the layout of this now. This makes a lot more sense to me.
Hey, Rover! Took you long enough to get here. Things are getting awfully strange around
Hang on.
lately.
It's
Figured you're just
being annoying. Hold on.
With your knack for solving mysteries, you'll figure this out in no time.
Wait. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Hold on a second. It's being annoying. It's telling me... Yeah, hold on. Sometimes, because of the way that I have the game set up, it, like... Steam, like, overrides sometimes. So when I'm, like, pushing buttons or whatever, Steam is trying to do things behind the window. And at that moment, it was trying to reopen the game, so we're good, though.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but there's a special folktale in Jinjo. Word has it, there's this mysterious arcane artist whose paintings come to life as they paint, as if each brushstroke has a life of its own. Once their canvas dries, whatever they've painted leaps right off the page. Mythical creatures, the whole shebang, all real as day. The thing is, anyone who might have seen these paintings, well, they vanish into thin air.
Well, that's interesting. It does sound like a forte, but also I'm very curious what in the world it has to do with the mine.
Lately, I've been receiving reports about eerie monsters wandering the mine at midnight. Some witnesses even ran into them more than once. These monsters, they look like paintings from a distance, but approach them, and they're as docile as can be. Reading these reports, I couldn't shake the tale of the arcane artist from my mind. Sure, some say it's just a prank or some new tacit Discord variant. But with rumors swirling, folks are getting jittery. Can't let things escalate. That's why I reached out to you.
Let me take it from here.
Great. Counting on you to crack this case wide open. Oh, and you might want to chat up the witnesses. Got their names right here for you.
Okay, I feel better about this. I thought, like I said, I was like, what is happening? Did I miss something? Is it like just starting in the middle, which it was, but now I understand that as Zhezhe is telling the story, we actually do get to play it out, so that's fine.
That's it for today. Time for a break. Oh, hey there. Need something?
Tell me about the recent event at the mine.
Oh, you've come to the right guy. I was actually the first to see those weird things. I was playing chess with the old miners until midnight, then headed home alone. On my way back, I heard these strange moans like some kind of monster was out there. At first I thought they were tacit discords, and I was ready to bolt. But then I realized they were different. These monsters, they were being drawn to something. Curiosity got the better of me, so I took a step closer and saw that they had these strange features. Gleaming eyes, gnarled horns, and dark green bodies covered in slimy liquid.
Enter CD?
Maybe. But unlike tacit discords, they didn't attack me. You know, I did see some people standing nearby. Just some shadows, really, because it was so dim. Well, the light was flickering in the wind, so I couldn't make out their faces. But I knew something was weird with the scrolls they had in their hands. Every time they moved, more monsters appeared. Later, I told everyone about it, and Gupon was there. She freaked out, saying it was just like the tale of the arcane artist.
one person at the scene that night?
I'm not sure, but I overheard them talking. No, actually, arguing would be more accurate. Anyway, I got worried those monsters might attack me, so I bolted and didn't catch what they were arguing about.
Do you remember where you saw that?
I do remember. Wait, you're not seriously thinking of going there, are you? Whatever those monsters are, they're unidentified and dangerous. If you have to go, be really careful, all right?
Interesting. Okay. So, at first, they were talking about maybe one artist that could do this, that could, draw things, and they would come to life. But this guy is saying that a group of people had strange scrolls, and when they would say something or would do something, another monster would pop up. So, it sounds to me like there's actually a group that are involved here. So let's see what this other witness has to say. Looks like we have another patroller.
You don't look like you work at the mine. Can I help you with something?
Tell me about the recent event at the mine.
Oh yes, that strange event. It's the talk of the town right now. I've conducted several investigations and found that those monsters tend to appear around midnight. Their locations seem random though. Fortunately, they haven't caused much harm. I think it's because they always show up and vanish in the dead of night. If you ask me, these monsters are a new type of tacit discord. Since they're unrecorded, our terminal can't trigger an alarm when they're nearby. For safety reasons, we have increased our patrols around the mine.
Did you notice anything else unusual?
Anything else unusual? Yes, there was one thing. Aside from the blurred silhouettes I saw that night, I remember hearing voices. Like people talking. The voices came from where those silhouettes were, but they sounded like vague muttering. Thinking about it now, if it was a human voice, how could someone get so close to those monsters without crying out for help?
For the information. Okay. Let's see what happens. This is interesting.
I've gathered enough information. It's time to check the scene where those monsters were spotted.
For those of you that have seen the, JJ's showcase, she can, in fact, or at least it seems like she can, in fact, bring paintings to life. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens here. Sorry about that, I'm following these butterflies for a sec. Okay. Now we'll go to the scene of the crime. I got distracted by Ooh Shiny. I admit.
That figure. That paintbrush. Could it be?
Is it Zhezha? It's...
Nothing here. Huh. That's odd. Did I just imagine that?
Oh my word! He's like, what the heck? Jeje, what are you doing?
Rover! You're here!
What?
Sorry, did I scare you just now?
Yes! I'm fine, why are you here? But also, yes, what were you doing?
Finding inspiration.
Oh, okay.
The night
He doesn't look
often sparks
amused.
my creativity.
Don't tell me you're actually the arcane artist.
Of course not!
Are you sure?
I heard about the tale of the arcane artist and hoped to find out who they are.
Okay.
Sorry I lied to you. I didn't want to drag anyone else into this.
Aha. You too? Why are you investigating this? I mean, she just said why.
Bringing painted creatures to life, making fantasies real. It sounds like a fairy tale, but when the arcane artist first caught people's attention in Jinzhou years ago, it was more than just a tale. Now this story is making the rounds again. Most don't see the dangers it holds. As someone who feels the threat, I want to uncover the truth before it's too late.
Oh, so wait, the arcane artist is a threat?
Yes, there was once an artist who could create paintings that felt so real, you could almost step into them. But these paintings, they strayed from the artist's original intentions and caused a lot of trouble. I don't know who's behind these latest events, but if it's really the arcane artist, their paintings will bring nothing but trouble. That's why I have to stop them, to prevent the past from repeating itself. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at investigating, so I haven't found any major clues yet. I'm here for the arcane artist, but also hoping to meet an old acquaintance. Maybe he knows what happened in the mine.
I'll go with you. It's linked to the case I'm investigating.
Is that so? Oh, okay.
Oh. Hi. Okay. So, a couple of theories here. One theory is that, the first arcane artist, because I don't know if I believe that it's the same person, that's doing things now. But, my first theory is that the first arcane artist, was Jeje. Or maybe someone in her line. And it was her art, her forte, or like I said, somebody who is close to her, whose art, whose forte, caused issues, caused trouble. And now she's either trying to, see how it's being repeated, or if the person who did do it before is somehow involved again. That would be my guess, just because I don't know, the way that Jeje speaks. I mean, I understand that she's shy, but it feels like she's hiding something. She has more of a knowledge and an understanding of the arcane artist than it feels like she's giving on. So I think my thought is, as I said, either it is her, or it was her, before, but whoever's doing this is not her. Or it's someone she either knew, or it's someone who is somehow related to her. And they might be doing it again. So let's see what happens. I like this. This is cool.
Hey, Juja. Long time no see. You need more pigments already?
No, not yet.
And this must be the Rover. Nice to meet you. Heard a lot about you. Didn't realize you and Juja knew each other.
We met during the moon chasing festival. Yes, we did.
But I've never had the chance to introduce myself properly.
A great moment for it. Here's the thing, Rover. I can't say I know Juja very well, but I do know she's got this quirk where her courage tends to crumble right when it's crunch time.
That's... Why would you say that?
I'd bet money on it. She's been mentally rehearsing it for forever before she got the guts to take action.
No!
You.
It's not like that.
Juja, you can't keep avoiding things. You've got to take action, or you'll never get what you want. You only live once, right?
What's happening here? I mean, it does make sense, but also, you are very intense. I think it's people like you that concern Jeje. Rover's just like,
Yes, Mr. Shilang is right. Rover, I've actually been meaning to tell you something. Hello, my name is Zhe. We have met before, but I like to make this a formal request. I would really like for us to become friends.
That was so cute. She was... Oh, and...
I'd be happy to.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Hello? Juja?
Oh, she didn't actually...
Hey, what are you waiting for?
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Rover.
Rover? Eh. Eh.
It was a pretty obvious slip of the tongue.
Nice to meet you. My name is Zhe. I'm a painter. I take art commissions and strive to create beautiful paintings. I'm not being very articulate, but I hope we can be friends.
There you go. You should open your eyes, though. Okay. Yay!
How sweet. I must say, I've never seen Juja this nervous since she first became one of my cherished patrons.
I need to put this up later when I can actually hear it.
We're actually here today to talk about the tale of the arcane artist.
Oh, I know the tale. but I've never come across this mystical maestro myself. If such an artist truly existed, I'd be the first to know, without a doubt.
Would you?
I supply ore to pigment manufacturers and sometimes serve as their sales proxy, so most painters in Jinzhou come to my shop to buy pigments.
Okay, that makes sense. Anything suspicious about the pigment buyers?
Well, pigments aren't flying off the shelves these days. Just a few regulars, you know? Oh, but those ore buyers from a while back, they seemed a bit suspicious. They bought heaps of leftover ore, the cheapest type, and told me not to let anyone know they got the ore here. People don't usually buy that stuff. Oh, wait. Judge, didn't you buy some once? A long time ago, right? I remember you saying you couldn't afford the fancy pigments, so you made your own. That stuck with me. So when those guys asked for leftovers, I paid extra attention.
Are you sure you can tell us this? I thought they asked you to keep it a secret.
They turned out to be thieves who stole from me during the night. When I found out, I reported the theft to the patrollers, and that was the end of it. Thieves don't deserve my business or respect.
It was it was either the Outlanders, I think that's what they're called, or it might have been the Fraxidus, but I would probably guess it was the Outlanders, just because they're not necessarily quote-unquote criminals, but, you know, they still do questionable things sometimes, so.
Of course, help yourself.
Okay. 1935. That's, I don't know what that is. Oh, well, I know what it is. It's military time, but I don't know what that time is. Anyway, Scarlet Horn 50. Indigoite 25. Verdadite 130. Azure Flare 45. Total 3,514 credits. Buyer Yin Feng. Scarlet Horn 35. Verdite 200. Azure Flare 120. Cloudstone 300. Total 5,298 shell credits. Buyer Yin Feng. Verdite 300. Azure Flare 120. Cloudstone 300. Orchardstone 50. Total 6,300 shell credits. Verdite 300. Azure Flare 120. Cloudstone 300. Amber Cluster 400. Total 6,155 shell credits. Buyer Yin Feng.
If this is the situation...
Rover? Hey! Rover! What brings you here? It's been ages since we last met. The patrol station's been pretty busy lately, so I haven't had the time to catch up with you. And Chich is here too. Hiya! Do you remember me? We met at the Moon Chasing Festival. Oh, are you all right? You don't look well. Do you need help?
Hello? No, it's not. No, thank you.
The painting we had you do for us during the festival is awesome. Everyone loves it, so we put it up on the wall.
Really? I'm glad you all like it.
We'd also like to invite you to our station, so we can formally thank you in person. Wait, how about coming to the station with me today? Are you heading back to the city?
But we're still okay.
Oh. Are you sure we can go now?
Oh, is this not a good time?
Yes, about the arcane artist tale.
Oh, I get it. In that case, it's probably not the best time for a get-together.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just tell me if you need any help.
Thanks, but why are you here, Tricia?
Oh, I'm here to support the patrollers. There was an assault near the mine recently, and they're short on people to investigate. What's odd is those monsters haven't caused any more trouble since we got here. Right now, we're talking to witnesses and trying to figure out what triggered the incident.
Did something just happen over there?
Don't tell me it's a tacit discord. Hold on, just got a message. Seems like they really are stirring up trouble again. Sorry, but I gotta go check this out.
We'll go with you. Because we kind of need to. I mean, yes. Why not? Maybe we'll find some useful clues to our case.
You could be right. But there's one other thing. After Rover and I bumped into each other, we decided to investigate the surroundings and follow Patroller Chisha to the scene of the incident. It was there we learned about the details of Mingyan's offense and the truth behind the tale of the arcane artist.
Once Juju has the paintbrush in her hand, she begins to speak calmly. She'll be fine making the statement on her own now.
Okay. So, let's talk about this for a second while we walk. I totally get it. I understand what happened there. Like, okay, so Jeje is... Oh, hello. Hold on a second. Let me just, take care of these guys real quick. I almost forgot about her abilities, actually. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'll talk again in a minute.
Sorry to trouble you.
Oh, why are you apologizing all of a sudden?
If I had been clearer, you wouldn't have had to explain things to Chisha for me. She's really nice. It's just, we're not that close, and I'm not sure how to respond to how friendly she is. I didn't want to be rude, so I couldn't bring myself to turn her down.
Yeah, okay. So this is what I wanted to talk about anyway. Like Jejin or Jejet said, Jishia obviously does not mean any harm. Like, she couldn't hurt a fly. Except for, you know, when she shoots them. But... And I know some people. I'm really, really good friends with some people who have, extreme social anxiety. It's called something. I can't remember what it's called right now. But, you know, they they see things differently. And the social anxiety, it. So, a couple of months back, I watched an anime called Komi Can't Communicate. And it was a really, really good, in my opinion, depiction of what extreme anxiety can cause. Komi was the nicest person you'd ever meet, but because of her social anxiety, she had a lot of trouble getting to know people, communicating. And, one thing that it always tried to make very clear was that just because, people with social anxiety can't necessarily communicate very well, it doesn't mean that they don't want to make and create lasting friendships. As a matter of fact, most of the time they do. It's just that, they're scared. And it can stem from many, many, many things. A lot of the time, it's usually trauma, but it can be a lot of things. And so when somebody who is as outgoing and as, I guess perky as Chisha comes along, Zhezhin, I'm just gonna call her Zhezha. Zhezha wants to be her friend. I can tell. But it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, she's very in your face. And that's the exact opposite of the personality type of Zhezha, and Komi and other people like them. You gotta be, and it's a tricky balance, because on the one hand, you don't want to necessarily treat them completely different, because it could hurt, treating somebody completely different, even though you have the best of intentions, can hurt just as much as, not paying attention to them at all. So it's a real balance. You have to really understand the signs and the signals, because I think a lot of the time, because a lot of people would say, oh, well, they just don't understand social cues. Personally, I don't think that's the case. I think that the social cues that they do understand is just different than the ones that we understand. And so there's a bridge that needs to be crossed between the two different points of view. Like I said, I really, really don't think that they do not understand social cues. I think they do understand them. I think, again, I think it's just they understand different kinds. and they understand them in a way that I think a lot of the time gets crossed. When you haven't experienced it yourself, or you haven't had, a lot of experience to even a lasting friendship with someone who has. And so, yeah, even though Cheshire obviously meant well, she wanted to, she wanted to accept Chishia's, help or her invitation, but she just didn't know how. But she also didn't want to be rude, and so she didn't know how to deny it either. Which certainly, unfortunately, puts Jeje in a very difficult spot, and that's what we're seeing right now. That's what she's expressing to Rover, is that, she didn't want to be rude, but, she also didn't want to not accept the invitation. So again, it's a balance. And it's a real struggle. Like, it's something that people do need to understand. Because it is important. And I like that Kuro has included a character like Jeje. Because the closest thing that we've seen to her actually is Rover. Male Rover. Female Rover is a bit more, I feel, extroverted, but we'll talk about that later. But male Rover is more reserved, he's more quiet, he's more, I think inward. Which isn't the same thing, but I do feel like in some degrees, people on that level are able to sort of balance with Jeje's personality type more than others. So I think this is a good moment here where, Rover might not fully understand. As a matter of fact, in the dialogue that we've seen, we can tell that he doesn't. But at the same time, he doesn't fully not understand either. So yeah, this is a very interesting dynamic, and I really do like what Kuro is doing here.
I'll do my best not to trouble you and express my feelings properly next time. Thank you.
Alright, let's go ahead and do... Jeje, where are you? Oh. Okay, she's going that way. We're going this way. I understand now. I was like, Jeje, where are you going? Never seen that before.
Thanks for your help, Rover. We caught the culprit before anything worse could happen. We were lucky to have you here.
According to the preliminary examination, we suspect that these tacit discords were agitated by the frequency fluctuations from a scroll painting found at the scene. The energy remaining in the painting was generated by its creator's forte, nearly overclocking.
Ah, okay.
We've calmed her down and contained the energy.
Wait, her?
The painting needs to be thoroughly examined to identify its connection with the monsters and eliminate any potential risk it still poses.
Thanks for all your help. We'll take it from here.
What's the situation with the artist?
He fessed up when I first first started talking to her, but clammed up when I tried to dig deeper. Well, honestly, she seemed a bit off to me. But we don't have time for that now. We gotta clean up the scene and get the damage under control.
Can I check on the painting later?
You sure can.
Alright, well thank you, Jessica. Alright, examining the painting on the ground. The painting becomes slightly blurry when you stare at it, and for a moment, the scene in it seems to come to life. Talk to the injured.
Why? Mingyan? Why are you...
Do you know her?
Yes, we used to take painting lessons together.
You! I didn't... I hurt them. It was a mistake.
Wait, she's the artist?
I'm alone.
What? She appears to be done talking about the matter. Okay. Hi. Calamema? Sorry if I butchered your name. I'm doing good. How are you?
Thank goodness I wasn't hurt. It was so close.
Good to hear.
Part of it, I guess.
Were you doing a stream of your own, or are you just watching?
I saw that painter. She looked like she was losing it. I'm talking shouting, waving her paintbrush around like she was sweeping the sky. I might be off here, but I swear those things on her scroll started squirming around before the whole swarm of monsters exploded out of thin air. They started to whack and thwack people all over the place. I was terrified and ran away, not super clearly. But when I was running for my life, I heard her screaming at all those creatures, all like, "Stop! Don't do this!" I think she might have been trying to stop them from hurting people.
The US. How about you?
Ah, my head. Oh, it hurts. Only a bit. It looked like she was arguing with someone right before the weird visions appeared. I heard stuff like, "Don't stop me, I've already won," and "Who doesn't want fame and fortune?" That's a good thing they caught that painter. Can't imagine what could have happened otherwise. Well, I've met my fair share of artists, but none that would gamble with lives for the sake of their work? That's a first for me.
Interesting. Okay.
That's strange. Oh, you're back.
I think I've figured out the truth behind the arcane artist's tale.
You figured it out already?
Are you also a streamer, or, do you just watch?
The painting blurs the line between reality and illusion, causing whoever sees it to experience hallucinations.
Okay. The researcher indicated they were created by the artist's forte.
So, Mingyan channeled her forte into the painting, creating temporary phantasms. People saw her abilities and spread the rumor, believing she was the arcane artist from the tale.
And the tacit discords were being drawn to her forte.
The monsters described in the rumors were probably just exaggerated phantasms seen by scared people at night. In fact, I had sensed something odd at the mine, but after we met, I thought it was coming from you, so I didn't give it much attention. Come to think of it now, it might have been Mingyan's forte fluctuation.
So she was there at the same time we were. I didn't even notice her presence. But what could have driven her to create such dangerous paintings? From what I know of her, she doesn't seem like someone who would take such risks for personal gain.
I'll say I'm from the US, but I don't really feel comfortable going any further than that on stream. No offense. It's just, I think that, there's sort of an etiquette that should be followed, but yeah, I'm from the US.
She kept squeezing my hand and trying to tell me something, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. I think she wants me to continue the investigation. Maybe there's more to this story than I thought. Besides, I don't recall her having a forte before. Maybe this has something to do with me.
Alright, let's investigate further.
Huh? Are you sure? I definitely won't say no to your help. Actually, I've wanted it since we last met at the mine.
Where should we start?
You want me to decide? To be honest, I haven't really thought it through. I remember meeting Mingyang in an art studio in Jinzhou before. I wonder if she kept going there after I left. Should that be our first stop? She may have left some of her artwork behind. That could be a good start. I've never tried to investigate anything, so I'm not sure if this is the way to go.
I think it is. After you, then.
Okay, let's go. After learning about the details of the assault, we decided to push forward with the investigation to get to the truth.
Pointless! The witnesses on the scene made it clear that it was all because of Mingyan's greedy ambition that she...
I haven't finished my statement, Mr. Baizi.
Oh! Okay. Okay. Jeje biting back a little bit. That's new for her. I like it. I like it.
Yes, this is the art studio. My memory did serve me right. Looks like she's been painting here.
Let's find the clues.
Okay.
Oh, wow. It's upside down. Okay. That looks pretty cool. That... I can see the waterfall. I like that. Alright. And inspect the paper sack. Stack. Not sack.
This paper.
Anything wrong?
This white jade paper has a rich history. Its smooth, fine texture holds ink beautifully, exactly what you want for more delicate brushwork. Countless masterpieces, both old and new, were painted on this paper. Like Chinan's Voyage to Yum Mountain and Yiling's Qixu's Dawn of Spring, both two good examples. Whoops, I got carried away. Wait, there's a discount sticker on the wrapping, and it looks quite new.
Discount?
Yes, White Jade Hall runs a yearly sale. I attended it 2 days ago and bought paper with this same packaging. Ming Yang likely bought her paper there too. Half of the stock has already been used, which means she was painting day and night until the incident.
It's amazing that you can tell the difference.
Different papers result in different artistic effects. Real artists can always spot these differences and choose the right paper to showcase various styles. White jade paper is my absolute favorite, but because it's so expensive, I can only afford to buy it when there's a special sale. I can't pass up a great deal, so I stock up whenever I can. It usually takes a whole day to carry all the boxes home, but I must say, it's worth it. Really? Then I'll count on you next time.
How did you know about Minyan's habits?
We have the same painting style, and the quality of our finished works is remarkably similar. Even if we use different brush techniques, our similar styles mean we should finish a painting in about the same time. Once a painter holds a paintbrush in their hand, they won't stop until every detail meets their standards. It becomes an obsession. I guess this is true for most painters.
Alright. Investigate the paintings. Oh, alright, so... Jeje stands stunned before the painting. Words hover over her lips, yet remain unspoken.
There is a difference. The brushwork on this one, see how heavy it is? You can tell Ming Yang was in low spirits. And this one, the strokes are light and fluid. That tells me she was happy when she painted this. The feelings a painter has during the process of creation often linger in the brushstrokes without them knowing. They're present in every line, even if the artist tries to hide it.
You can understand the painter's feelings through their work.
Yes. To me, painting is like a window into the heart of the artist. When words fail, these feelings can be depicted through brushstrokes instead. It is strange, though. She keeps reproducing the same painting over and over, using techniques that aren't her usual style.
Something's written on the painting. Waters and... What is this?
Waters and mountains rest by the pain. Valleys and peaks in the dream remain. Colors of vanity washed away. The painted world fades, forgotten today. This artwork is titled Serenity of Xiehua Village. It captures the scenic landscape seen from the village itself.
Okay, so Jinhua.
Ah, the pigment! When did it get on my clothes? Huh? It came off with just a little wipe. It shouldn't come off the fabric so easily.
Well, that's... odd. I will say, though, so... between this painting and this painting, I'm not sure which one Jeje was counting as, like, the thicker one. I think it's this one. Everything feels more closer together, more kind of smushed. Whereas this one, it feels more natural. It feels like, you know, there's actually some fluidity in it. They're they are very similar, but there are differences, I think. You see an old garment tinged with stains.
Looks like there's stains from ink and paint that have been washed out over time. Mingyan could have improvised her clothing as a canvas for her ideas.
How did you know this?
I used to do this as well. Whenever nature inspired me and I was short on paper, I'd paint rough outlines onto my clothes.
That's new to me.
After all, fabric used to be a common art material. Besides, using clothes does help to seize fleeting inspiration, don't you think? It's a shame the clothes are stained forever, but it's worth it to see how different inks behave on fabric.
That's interesting. Alright, investigate the note. It suddenly dawns on me that I've been copying her paintings for over a year now. I've employed the same rendering technique, the same wrinkled method, and the same composition. Yet, my paintings lack her vividness. Their visions unsteady as well. My forte mirrors hers closely, only that her work conjures more vibrant and stable visions. I could achieve the same once I manage to conjure visions with the same vividness. People will recognize me as being the best painter. Mr. Baisi? Baiji? I don't know. A man who has collaborated with numerous renowned artists came to visit me. He heard that I too could create paintings that summoned vivid illusions. He came to express his admiration and encouraged me to continue. At first I thought someone had finally recognized my talent, but his true intention was to recruit me into his shady business, buying all Forte works for dubious purposes. I had heard of the Shenyun Art Exchange, but never imagined their dealings would be so unscrupulous. While I did copy those paintings for practice, the choice of what and how I paint was mine alone. These dealers think they can buy me. What a joke. The Shenyun Art Exchange sent me an authentic painting so I could study the vision's frequency. They claim they have superior methods to help me achieve the desired effect if my own forte falls short. My forte is not inferior to hers. They simply haven't seen its full potential. Yet, with the authentic work in hand, progress would indeed be swifter. The condition is that I collaborate with them and hand over all my copies. These paintings are mere stepping stones to my success, destined to be discarded. So, why not accept their terms? I don't care what they do with my paintings. They assure me they've been conducting such transactions for years, without incident. With such a powerful patron, there should be no trouble. I'll do anything to make it happen. Having an authentic work in my hands makes all the difference. The frequency fluctuations of the painting have allowed me to glimpse her energy. I need to examine her original painting once more. A perfect replica is just the beginning. One day, I will be the only painter capable of bringing paintings to life, surpassing even her achievements. Why do my paintings still fall short after all this time? They lack her artistic depth. Wait, I think I understand. If I use their method to alter the painting's frequency, I might be able to achieve it. Mr. Bicey is truly a connoisseur of art. He says my recent works are nearly indistinguishable from the original. Some have even exhibited power beyond the original piece. I knew it. The gap between us is merely a slight difference in ability. With their technical support, my forte has easily reached the next level. Surpassing her should be simple, yet let alone mere replication. No, something is wrong. Why do my paintings attract tacit discords? The visions are more unstable now. How is it that her paintings has none of these problems? There's something amiss here. I just want to surpass her. I never meant to harm anyone. The Shanyun Art Exchange is still not giving me a clear answer. This was not our deal. I'm tired. Truly, deeply tired. I won't create any more paintings that harm others. This isn't what I wanted. But they have evidence of what I've done and won't let me go. What should I do? What should I do? Can anyone help me? Anybody? I'm not afraid of being caught anymore. As long as I can get out of this. Help me.
How could this happen?
It seems she hit a bottleneck during her creation.
Being picky about one's work is second nature to an artist. I'm no exception. There's never been a moment when I saw my art outshining someone else's. I've always admired my fellow artists, hoping that one day I could be as good as them, perhaps even surpass them. I kept painting and improving, but no matter how hard I tried, I always felt it wasn't good enough. This needs to be refined. It's not quite there yet. Still short of perfect. Will my client be disappointed? I had these kind of thoughts every day while I painted. It started creeping into my daily life too. It's true that one might find motivation in these thoughts, but they can also lead one astray. I felt trapped for ages until I finally figured out the path I ought to follow, embrace my emotions fully, and create the art my heart yearns for. This is of the greatest importance to me. But if I found myself in the same situation as Ming Yang, perhaps I'd react similarly and lose my way. She was forced into this and was looking for a way out. I can't just turn a blind eye and let them charge her. There must be a way to uncover the truth and save her.
We should continue our investigation now. Alright, investigate the herb residue.
Hey, have a look at this. Seems like this pigment is homemade. But why are there herbs in it? Did she use a new recipe I'm not familiar with?
It doesn't look like a pigment. More like the medicinal herb residue to me.
Medicinal herb residue?
She must have been making medicinal remedies recently. This must be the leftover residue she didn't get around to cleaning up.
These herbs were used for medicine. Oh, so those plants I saw in the pharmacy weren't just for decoration.
Haven't you seen someone brewing before?
I've never tried myself. When I get sick, I usually just wait it out. My family always brought me remedies and soups. I never thought about how they were made. Sorry, I'm just not very experienced.
Investigate the vase fragments on the ground. Fragments of a vase scatter across the floor. Scrolls and papers are in disarray, as if they've been rummaged through. What happened here?
I think. No, I might be wrong.
What are you thinking?
Nothing. It's just a thought. I might be wrong.
This is a discussion. There is no right and wrong.
Then I'll share it with you. The vase must have been on that cabinet, judging by where it fell. Looks like the cabinet used to be over there, but something bumped into it, and that's why the vase got knocked over. I bet the water on the floor is from the fishbowl. Huh. Why is that watermark in the shape of a gold puff? Okay, I figured it out. That must be the reason. Rover will definitely be impressed with my deductive skills.
Oh. Alright, let's see if she can tell us what she's figured out.
A gold puff jumped out of the fishbowl, knocking over the vase and causing it to shatter on the floor. Then it landed on a pile of paintings. Realizing it was in trouble and afraid of getting scolded, it slipped out of the window.
Who keeps gold puffs as pets?
Why wouldn't they? My family used to have an aquarium at home with lots of gold puffs. I thought it was a popular trend. Sorry, I need to improve my investigation skills.
Actually, it's kind of logical.
Is that so? I'll practice more often.
By the way, was that your forte just now?
Oh yes, these are phantasms I can create with my brush. They only exist for a short while. I haven't done this for a long time. I'm a bit rusty now.
Haven't done this for a long time?
Yes, I rarely need to use my forte in daily life. When it comes to painting, I prefer the traditional way. It helps me to understand my progress and improve my skills. An artwork created with forte is indeed mesmerizing, nearly flawless, but that's not my goal. So I've used this ability less over time. But it's fine to use it for the investigation.
Do you think Ben Yang's case has something to do with you?
Yes, it could be related to my forte.
Zhezhi seems to be upset and unwilling to continue this topic. We'll talk about this later. Let's look outside now. So I think that Zhezhi has figured out that more than likely, the other artist is jealous of her. And I think more than anything, she wanted to be friends with her. You know what I mean? So the fact that, not necessarily that, you know, the other artist took her talent as, like, offensive, but that it would be something of such, I guess kind of resentment, I think really hurts Jidge's feelings. You know, and that's why she's avoiding it right now.
Wind, guide me.
Investigate the footprints. Oops, sorry about that. Someone left these tracks.
Mm-hmm.
They could be the missing piece in our theory.
Someone broke into the studio looking for something, or trying to steal something. Probably something tied to Ming Yang's paintings. However, they were startled by something unexpected, and in their panic to escape through the window, collided with the cabinet, causing the vase to fall.
That makes more sense now.
This might be related to the Shangyun art exchange and Ming Yan's breakdown. Let's follow these tracks and see where they lead.
The clues from the studio led us to an exiles camp. There.
Exiles, that's what they're called.
That pointed to a hidden player behind all of this.
Alright, let's see. Oh, I thought that was an item. Looks like pigments.
The trolley is worn. Maybe it carried something very heavy.
Maybe the exiles used it to transport ore and pigments.
Could it be they transported ore, made pigments from them, and then moved the pigments elsewhere? Could the buyers Mr. Shilang mentioned be the ones who stole the ore?
Let's see if we can find the evidence. Okay. Investigate the pigment on the ground. A large pile of fragmented ore is mixed with the pigment, unmarked and unpackaged.
Indigoite and other ore. These match the raw materials for pigments listed on Mr. Shilang's transaction record.
Seems you're right.
Take a look and notice that these pigments were handcrafted from these specific ores. Standard pigments adhere well and last a long time, but these makeshift pigments smear with the slightest touch.
That sounds familiar.
I did mention this back in the studio, when my clothes got stained by Ming Yang's pigments. Did she buy these low-quality pigments from the exiles? But why did these people break into her studio?
Someone's coming this way. Oh, someone's coming this way.
Who are you?
Hello. We are...
We want to buy paintings.
Buy paintings? That's not how this works. Go on. Get out of here.
I really thought that would work.
Actually here for Ming Yang's paintings. She wasn't in her studio, so we thought we could ask around.
Huh? Okay then. My bad. It's nothing. Just wait for her here. When she leaves, it usually doesn't take long for her to return.
Do you know her?
Know her? We go way back. She's okay in our books, though she hasn't had the easiest run either. She helped us out a while back. Guess you could call us friends. She even gifted us a painting. It's somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. We're no fancy connoisseurs, but even we can tell that girl can paint.
I kind of like it myself. It's lively, bright, almost like you could touch the freedom and joy she felt painting it.
Did something happen to her recently?
Can't recall anything noteworthy.
My guess? She's dabbling in some new, secretive art piece. I spotted her taking risky stabs at painting out in the wild.
Well, now that you mention it, I do remember her talking about making art you could step into or whatever, but her little art excursion stirred up some unstable frequencies. We warned her, but did she listen? Nope.
That's right, I saw her paintings myself. Tried to steer her clear, and what do I get? A lecture. Artists. Always on their own wild wavelength, aren't they?
Sorry to interrupt, but mind if I ask what you normally do for a living?
Us? Oh, the usual. A bit of hunting, some gigs here and there. Just the everyday grind.
Anything else?
No, not many jobs around. Just enough to scrape by.
I see, thank you. We'll leave now.
I have an idea.
Did you want to say something just now?
Yes. I think neither of these exiles nor Mingyan has told the truth. I noticed some of the exiles' hands were blackened. The thought suddenly hit me. What if it's from constant exposure to ink? If so, they must be making a lot of pigments and ink sticks.
But they lied to us and tried to cover it up.
The painting they showed us and the artworks in the studio, they all match what Mingyang described in her diary. Her diary shows us she had major mood swings, which really affected her art. All these strange things started happening after the Shenyun Art Exchange got involved.
We can investigate the camp again tonight. What do you say?
Good idea.
You two patiently wait until night falls. Okay. Let's continue. Approach the exiles.
I hear people talking.
We can eavesdrop on their conversation.
I'll use my terminal to record it, just in case.
Okay, listen to the exiles. I thought that there was a crouching thing that you could do.
Oh, Mr. Beitzer stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Mingyan's paintings to the Shanyuan Art Exchange.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now she can't even paint, and our order is gonna be late.
Hey, watch yourself. I just did what I always do. She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her to keep her head down and work. Who knew she'd crack and cause that mess? Luckily, I slipped away, and the patrollers didn't suspect me. It's no big deal. I pinned it all on Mingyan, so we're in the clear.
Someone was here earlier asking about her case. No patrollers, but do you think they could find out what we did?
Doubtful. They might notice we're making pigments here, but that's it.
It doesn't matter if they find out. We pose as exiles. And what doesn't an exile do?
But we should be careful. Remember what Mr. Beitzer warned us about? Keep these things on the down low. And if anyone finds out, they can't be allowed to trace it back to the Shan-Yuan Art Exchange.
So the Shangyuan Art Exchange has been involved in Mingyang's case right from the start. No wonder they got all shifty when we brought up Mingyang earlier.
Masquerading as exiles is indeed cunning.
Yingfeng. Yes! It was his signature on Mr. Shilan's transaction record.
We spoke right where it happened.
When I asked him about the incident, he put all the blame on Mingyan, saying she had ulterior motives. The exiles we questioned during the day did the same, trying to divert attention and cover up their own involvement at the scene in the first place. These distractions led us to concentrate solely on Mingyan, ignoring other possible angles.
I have a theory, but we need that batch of paintings they mentioned to test it.
Give the area another sweep.
But there's so many more people in the camp now. How should we get in? Okay.
We disguise ourselves as exiles. Okay.
This should do the trick. Now, let's see what information we can find inside the camp.
Never thought I'd get... Man, I wanted to read that. That's gone. Oh well.
Never thought I'd get worn out from something this light.
That was very close, actually. Let me help you with that.
Thanks. I'll go take a breather then. Right, the rest of the supplies are in the northern warehouse.
Wait, that was 0? Oh, okay. I get it now. Sort of. Oh, so I can't climb while I'm in this outfit. I can only, like, jump. Or there's just nothing to climb here. I don't know. Okay. Gorgeous of Spirits, delivery point. Goods. Jinzhou Landscapes, 112. Serenity of Zenhua Village, 55. Bitberry Silent Night, 124. Transaction amount, 65,090 shell credits. Winding IX Meyer delivery point. Goods. Springtime Repose, 68. Serenity of Zenhua Village. Ziwa Village. Jiwa? 105. 8 sages playing Ouija. 73. Transaction amount, 93,380 shell credits. Wanting access Meyer delivery point. Goods. Tapestry of Rare Birds, 87. Rustic Life and Innocent Joy, 35. The Essence of Bamboo, 253. Transaction amount, 80,660 shell credits. Whining Eggs Meyer, delivery point, Goods Serenity of Jiwa Village, Springtime Repose, 95, The Essence of Bamboo, 311. Transaction amount, 130,000 900. Ah, sorry about that. Had to cough. Transaction amount 130,960 shell credits. Wow, that's a lot.
These paintings are all fakes. I don't remember the real ones circulating the market. How has this managed to be kept from the public for so long?
Most of these paintings were sent in the Whiting Eggs mire.
Risk being exposed if they transport through ports. Not to mention the threats from the Shanyun Art Exchange. We should look for more clues.
Alright, that's one. Can I talk to others? And the next route should be...
And the next route should be... What are you looking at? This isn't for you to see. Go away! Shoo!
Okay. I'm one of you, though. Never... Okay. Oh, I thought... Alright, well... Alright, let's just... get the other clue. Alright, here it is. Okay. Cillian Medium. Jinzhou Landscapes. Address number 5. South Taiyuan Vale. Family blackmailed. Mingyan Low. Serenity of Jiwa Village. Address number 1. North Taiyuan Vale. Needs shaking down. Fuyun Medium. Bitberry and Silent Night. Address number 6. North Taiyuan Vale. Needs closer squatting. Shenlong High. Springtime Repose. The Essence of Bamboo. Address near Guebe Pass. Not on the watch list for now. Shanchen Low. 8 Sages play YG. Address number 4. Jiwa Village. Movement restricted for a while. Jingmo, medium. Tapestry of Rare Birds. Address number 4. Jiwa Village. Under watch for a while. Ying Quang. Low. Rustic life and innocent joy. Address number 9. Jiwa Village. Give it 3 more days. May needs to take them out.
I can't believe the number of painters involved. They know where they all live too.
Oh wow. This may just be the tip of the iceberg.
These addresses are not too far from each other. So the Art Exchange must be managing its network by districts. This camp is likely the hub for this district, handling transportation and supplies.
Judging from the list, it looks like they're still searching for artists to create forgeries.
We must stop them from expanding their network. Continue searching for clues. Alright.
Rinse, grind, separate the pigments, then thin it out.
You actually start with a thinning.
You're right. Wait a minute. How do you know how to make paint?
Uh-oh.
I thought you were talking in your sleep.
She memorized it so she could help out. Oh, I forgot. I can't... Oh, but I don't have a status bar either. That's helpful. Okay.
I want out of this.
Impossible. We've never had anyone quit from a deal. Besides, you've already taken the money.
You can have the money back. Every penny of it. I just want out, please. I won't make it difficult for you.
You think we'll let you go just like that after seeing our entire operation? You know what? Could work something out, but it'll come at a small fee. Gotta have insurance.
What do you want?
A dead person tells no tales.
That's everything from our talk yesterday, boss. She's still holding her cards close.
Keep an eye on her for now. If she tries anything, take her out.
Understood.
Wow, alright. All this is... From blackmail to threat of takeout, that's... Wow, these guys... You guys are disgusting.
This must be the warehouse they were talking about. There's still some leftover ink lying around.
These paintings.
They're all from the list. This batch is all Serenity of Shehua Village. Ming Yang's work.
So all those copies from the studio.
These aren't just simple copies anymore. It's obvious now. She was working with them to create forgeries for her own gain. In the end, this is the path she chose. I suspected as much, though I couldn't quite... I mean, I wasn't sure until I saw the paintings myself.
I'll notify the patrollers.
Wait, this painting. It's the Serenity of Xiehua Village original, not a copy. Shouldn't it be at the studio? Oh, I see it now. This was the painting they stole from the studio.
How can you tell them apart?
These copies, they're almost identical to the original, but there are some details, subtle ones, that reflect the artist's quirks, not just their technique. The painter copied them well. But if you look closely, you'll find that the finishings are a bit, more rigid in some areas.
How do you know so much about the original painting?
Well, that's because
She painted it. Zhe painted the original. Oh, okay, hi.
Leave it to me.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm just catching my breath. But where did these tacit discords come from?
The researcher mentions, a link between Minyan and the TDs.
Emotions cause the painting's frequencies to fluctuate, attracting the monsters.
But she's not even here.
You said art always reflects the artist's mood.
It's just... I'm not really sure why her mood is reacting to us.
Maybe. Could it be because I'm here? She did see what I could do with my resonance ability once. Ever since I saw her diary, I've been wondering. Maybe it was seeing my ability that inspired her to start creating those phantasms. Maybe that's why she began to lose herself in her art. It seems like all those accumulated emotions just burst out whenever we get close to her or one of her paintings. It's all my fault.
It's neither your fault nor the paintings.
More exiles from the art exchange.
More on that later.
Watch out!
I really, really like playing as Zhezhe. I missed. Doesn't go quite that far. Oh, hey, you.
Capture the spark!
Goodbye.
Springs into life!
And more of them.
You really think we'd let you just walk away after you destroyed our warehouses and interfered with our business?
No, I think I'm gonna knock you out first.
Who exactly are you people? You don't look like you're patrollers. What do you want? If it's the paintings you're after, take as many as you want. We can always make new ones.
Forcing people to make copies like a factory line? It's disrespecting the creator's dignity.
It's just a couple of stones and trees on a piece of paper, for crying out loud. Even I could draw one with the flick of a wrist. Who cares if they're real or not? For the
Oh, boy.
that goes into them. I'd even go so far as to say paying those painters 20 credits each is a ripoff.
How could you measure the value of creation in such a way?
Oh, so you're also here for the money. Look, name a figure. We'll pay double if it'll make you shut up. How does that sound? Take it and scram.
That's not what I meant.
Then what the hell do you want from me?
I want to expose everything to the public.
What?
Aside from reporting you to the patrollers, I want to let the public know about all the forgery and smuggling you've been doing. The way you coerce the painters and put their lives at risk for profit? I'll expose it all. Is something wrong?
I like the idea. You have my support.
I can't remain silent about this any longer. This is the only way more people can learn about the truth.
But you better think this through. The Shanyuan Art Exchange is not a group you want to cross.
I never painted for the Art Exchange's approval. If no one else dares to speak up, then I'll be the one to do it.
I might have just the plan.
First, we keep these guys on close watch. Then, we need to catch them off guard. And the best way to do that is...
Well, that's quite the story. At best, this merely proves our involvement in the incident, yet the real culprit remains unknown. Your accusations are groundless. Allow me to remind you, she was the one who created those paintings, insisted on selling them, and concocted the entire terrifying incident. Do you honestly believe her paintings would have earned a single penny without my intervention?
No. Mr. Baitsu, you're changing the subject.
How ungrateful. She ensnared us in this debacle, and now you dare to lay the blame at our feet.
But before we proceed, I wish to present this audio recording to the court.
Mr. Baitzer stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Ming Yan's paintings to the Shan-Yuan Art Exchange.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now she can't even paint, and our order is gonna be late.
She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her to keep her head down and work. Who knew she'd crack and cause that mess?
Ming Yan was initially only making copies. Everything changed after you stepped in. Trickery, misinformation, and later on even threats. She was led down the path of forging artworks for you. I do understand that if her own heart hadn't wavered, none of this would have happened. But there was already no turning back by the time she wanted to quit. So, saying she was the mastermind behind it all, that's just not fair.
Even so, how is forgery a valid accusation? Nothing like that was mentioned in your recording, now was it?
Warehouse.
This evidence clearly shows that these paintings are no ordinary copies, but your way of making a profit.
There's no such thing as real or fake paintings. You're not fooling anyone. For it to be forgery, there has to be another original artist. These paintings are all the work of Ming Yan. Even if she made dozens of identical copies, it wouldn't be considered forgery.
Mr. Baitz, do you recognize this painting?
Well, of course. It's Serenity of Shehua Village, the work of the arcane artist.
Then can you tell the difference between this one and the others?
Of course. This piece possesses a lifelike quality unmatched by any other, all thanks to the resonance ability of the arcane artist Ming Yan.
However, judging from these paintings, it seems Ming Yan's ability never stabilized successfully. Except for this original piece.
What does this have to do with anything? Do you have solid evidence to prove the differences between these paintings? What you're saying is all speculation. There's no guarantee a painter won't make mistakes, is there?
Artists seeking perfection always choose the highest quality pigments for their most important pieces. During our investigation of the studio, I accidentally got paint on me and discovered something interesting about the materials used in these paintings. The original paintings had pigments that were pure and brighter, able to blend more naturally and retain color for longer. In contrast, the forgeries used pigments made from mineral scraps. These don't hold up the same, smudging at the slightest touch. We can distinguish the real paintings from the fakes, simply by analyzing the ink used.
Doing so only proves the so-called original painting is created differently from the others. Are you implying that Ming Yan is only allowed to use a single kind of pigment throughout her work? How is this supposed to prove that we are behind the forgeries?
Because the original creator of Serenity and Shehua Village is me.
You didn't expect that, did ya?
When I was a child, painting was the only way I could express myself freely. Everything I did and didn't understand, it all flowed through the tip of my paintbrush. All that I saw lived within my paintings. Whatever I thought,
I painted into reality. This power to turn fantasies into reality gradually caught the interest of many. Tales of the arcane artist spread far and wide. I took great joy in my skills improving. However, I discovered to my dismay that my parents were using my creations to turn a quick profit. They were sold at unbelievable prices. Some sought beauty in enchanted worlds, using the paintings as a distraction from reality. Others resorted to hellish nightmares to inflict torment upon those they desire. My own abilities had led my paintings astray. They were being exploited, and everything was spiraling out of control. After I realized this, I began to fear holding a brush. I tried to paint without relying on my abilities, but my parents scolded me for it. They called anything painted without using my abilities worthless.
Wow.
After the business fell apart, my parents vanished without a trace. They may have left behind a considerable mess, but freedom has also been returned to my brush. Xiehua Village was my first stop upon arriving in Jinzhou alone. Waters and mountains rest by the pain. Valleys and peaks in the dream remain. Colors of vanity washed away. The painted world fades, forgotten today. A poem I wrote, inscribed on serenity in Xiehua Village. I know it's not that well written, but it's proof of my decision to stop everything I was doing. And that painting, well, it became the arcane artist's final piece of art. Ever since that day, paintings with special abilities gradually faded from everyone's minds. And I never used my abilities to paint again.
Well, that was certainly a touching story. But I'm afraid your words alone won't be enough to prove you created this painting.
Madame Juyao, to prove my statement, I request your permission to use and paint with one of these copies.
Granted.
Do this.
Yes, Ming Yang's experience has made me realize something. To create art that truly resonates, I must first accept myself. The paintings I drew in the past, they were heartfelt creations, pieces of my life. They formed my past and shaped who I am today. It's not just about proving a single painting. It's about so much more. If my forte is the cause behind all this, then I must take responsibility. I can't just let this go on and hurt others.
I mean, it's okay. Just, I don't know.
Here we go.
Maybe I just.
So the rumors are
These
true.
paintings are really coming to life.
Whoa.
Why is the world inside this painting so distorted?
Spectacle is born from the mind. This place must be a manifestation of Ming Yang's mind when she created it.
What?
Wait, did you hear something? Judge?
I painted it exactly like hers.
That voice.
Why is everyone still praising her work? It's all right. It's okay. She's gone. Soon, I'll be an even better painter than she ever was.
Watch out!
one heck of an emotion. Oh. Wait, is that the...
It's you!
Oh, hello. Hi.
Why are you still better than me?
Oh, this is cool. I mean, it's sad, but it's also very cool. The morning onyx is the way that she sees it. Oh, that's so cool. Lamenting shadow. Oh, goodness. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, boy. Oh, this is so cool. Alright, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, look out. Alright.
I'm so tired.
Oh! Okay, I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Up. 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 Alright, there we go. Nice. Oh, that's so cool, though.
I couldn't do it. Why? I perfected everything. It's all because of your abilities.
My abilities have nothing to do with it. You created masterpieces I wish came from me. Bold, free. I know our paintings have their differences, but the heart and soul we put into them are the same.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
You shouldn't see me as a model to follow. Only when you connect with your truest feelings can you create an exceptional piece of art.
Oh, whoops. Leave Ashen Gallery. I want to look around this really quick before we leave. Look at this. Oh, we can't go very far, obviously, but I mean, the world that she created, the world that she painted, and the world that, you know, the makers and the animators that they did is
Wow, beautiful.
incredible.
I better put them away first.
Alright, let's leave.
When I learned the truth, I was heartbroken. I believed that by sealing my forte, no one would get hurt because of my paintings. I never expected them to continue causing harm after all these years. But Rover's words made me realize something. It was never about the paintings themselves, but rather those who sought to use them to hurt others. Mr. Baitsu, you run a highly esteemed calligraphy and painting institution, Yet you've suppressed the creative spirit and violated these artists' dignity, all for the sake of wealth. Everything they cherished has now become a tool for profit. The works they held dear are just tools for your gain, insulting to both the original artists and their imitators. Set before you is the original painting from many years ago, and the one I've just completed. Now, everything has been brought to light.
We received word from the Public Security Bureau 10 minutes ago that they have taken the exiles into custody and found the location where the paintings were hidden. Mr. Beitzer, do you have anything else to add to your defense? Very well. We will reevaluate Mingyan's charges, determine the Shangyun Art Exchange's involvement in the incident, and conduct a comprehensive investigation as soon as possible. This hearing is adjourned.
It's finally over. I didn't miss anything important, did I? Huh? No, not at all. I was just coming up with things to say as I went. My palms were sweating the whole time. I definitely couldn't have done it if you weren't there with me. Thinking about the feeling when we were investigating the case together is what kept me calm during the trial. What I meant to say is, back then, everything I said felt right. Like I could just be myself around you. It felt so good to be that relaxed. Thank you for helping me through this. You helped me find the courage to believe in myself. Thanks to you, look at everything we accomplished. The Shangyun Art Exchange is undergoing investigation. It'll be the end of their businesses. And the painters they coerced are finally set free. Thank you. I haven't felt this happy in a long time. I want to pay Mingyang a visit. After all, she was involved in all of this, and I want to tell her everything. What do you think?
My commission started with her. Plus, you and I solved the case together. Why don't you come with me?
Is the commission over?
Yes. I already had it taken care of the day we found out the truth.
All right, let's go.
Oh. Oh, but we can still do that. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, it's not actually gonna, like, just end, right? Okay, but we can still visit Minyak. Which is good, because I think that, you know, this is a conversation that they need to have, you know? A lot happens, and I think, you know, feelings of jealousy and regrets are, you know, are difficult, and they're nasty, and, you know, nobody really wins in the end. But I think, you know, if they get a chance to talk, it'll mean something.
Judja? It's been a while.
Your injuries.
The researchers have taken good care of me. A chat won't hurt. And you must be the rover. I heard about everything you did. Thank you for freeing me from those nightmares. You know what, Judja? You may seem soft and gentle on the outside, but if your boundaries are crossed, I think you can be tougher than anyone else. And I still owe you an apology. Forgive me, because I was so obsessed with wanting to be you, to be better than you. I've caused you so much trouble. The pain of these injuries managed to put a stop to my obsession with imitating your paintings. Maybe I was never meant to be a painter to begin with.
I brought you a gift.
See? Only you can create a painting with such life. I still have a long way to go.
This is your painting. It's the one you gave me when we first met.
How ironic. I've been trying to imitate you for so many years that now I can't even tell my own paintings apart anymore.
Your paintings were never inferior to mine. Just look at this piece. Even you approve of its value. It doesn't matter who painted it. Mingyang, I hope you can find your true self, whoever she is. I know you can do it.
Thank you for bringing me this painting. Really.
When he opens the scroll painting once again and stares. Okay. I wish this would slow down a little bit.
She'll give it some thought. During the few times we met, she was always passionate about discussing art with me. I think that fire inside her won't just fade away. Come to think of it, the deep discussions we had and the painting duels back then felt like true friendship. So, seeing her in so much pain, I just had to help. I don't want Mingyang to lose hope and have someone who loves painting so much just disappear.
I think he understood what you meant earlier.
To be honest, I didn't just see this case through to correct mistakes or help the artists. Deep down, I didn't want to let you down. I wanted to tell you this back at the mine, but the words just didn't come out right. Thank you for being my friend and helping me through all of this, Rover.
While I've yet to uncover my past and who I am, every moment with you is a new and special memory. Thank you for your help, Jizya. This experience has helped me understand you and the world a little better.
You seem to be pretty slow on the news.
So you know how to tell jokes now?
You've given me the courage to joke around.
Does that mean you can do the same in front of others? Probably not. Not just yet.
Let's take it slow for now.
Yeah. Oh. Inspect the object. Hi, Rover. I'm not sure if this message will reach you, but I hope it does. There's something I've been wanting to tell you, but I can't seem to find the words in person. To be honest, I'm afraid you might reject what I'm about to ask. I'd like to give you the scroll of painting. Not just because you helped me with Minyan's situation, but also because you freed me from a worry that's been haunting me for years. The patrollers returned the serenity of Genoa village that I drew during the hearing, but I want you to have it now. After all, it's the reason we met, a testament to our shared journey and a symbol of the courage you instilled in me. In a way, we created this painting together. In my heart, my heart will always be connected to this place. And I must admit, I have an ulterior motive. I want it to stay with you. Jeje. Wow. That was... That was quite a story. That was quite an event, I think. Oh. You know, I've heard people say that, and I mean, it really doesn't matter which one you prefer. You know, it's like I just said, artists and art, they all have a way of captivating people in different ways. And, you know, I've heard, you know, that some people prefer games like Genshin Impact, and some don't really even see the difference. I think after when there's a little bit of more of a lull in Wuthering Waves, hopefully it's still around. I think I'll revisit Genshin. I would like to see, because I didn't get very far into the story itself. I'd like to see where it goes. I'd like to see how this story, you know, proceeds and comes together. I'll probably have to start from the beginning because it's been so long. I don't even remember my information. But that's okay. I think it'll actually be nice to kind of see it from the beginning. You know, I don't know, for the longest time I felt very similarly, I think, other people when it came to gacha games. I wasn't really sure, you know, I saw the worth in them, but it also did feel like it was a money grab, and I think for some studios it definitely is. But I don't know. From what I've seen and just the way that things have developed, I really do feel like Kuro has put a lot of love and attention into Wuthering Waves, and I appreciate it. I really do. You know, the story with Jeje, sure, she was a quiet character. You know, she was shy, and some people might call it stereotypical. But I think to me, there was something unique. And it was very reminiscent, I think, to what I spoke about earlier. Comey can't communicate. You know, it felt like I could kind of tell where she was coming from. And it just... I really did enjoy it. I really, really did. I can't. Why? Because I'm sitting up? Or sitting down, rather? Oh, yeah, apparently that's why. Interesting. I think Jeje is a part of the festival. I don't... No, you know what? I'm gonna put her in. Because I can do other things with her. But anyway, guys, that's gonna call it for tonight. I will be back tomorrow. Tentatively, I'll be back around 2 p.m. EST. If that does change, I'll try to. And actually, I still need to put my my schedule on my Twitch. Which, by the way, if you did like what you saw tonight and you'd like to see more, please go ahead and give me a follow on my Twitch channel. I Hung Out the Plays 2020. You can also subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's free. Kai Hanata Plays. I'm revamping my YouTube profile. Yeah, it's been cool. Anyway, like I said, that's gonna cover it for tonight. And so until next time, I will see you all later. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.